Look at the media, it looks like black parents don't care about their kids. And it's a shame how many people think that, but it just brings it to the forefront that there are, that we care about our kids. We might show it in a different way, but we care about our kids. My mother was a single parent of 8 children, and then she took on 2 grandchildren to raise them, raising boys in Cabrini Green. And I think one of the things that the play did for me was it's a difference between reading something, and it's a difference between seeing it, actually, being able to see what those people were going through. But it's a whole nother thing to portray those people. And so that was just very powerful for me to just be able to see and to feel what those women must have gone through. I can't imagine what it must be like. I felt a connection with my family, my mother's before my mother, just by saying our mother line, because I didn't know the women before my mother and my grandmother so well, but just saying their names, it was like, those women probably had dreams for me as their great-granddaughter, and the things that they taught their daughter, my grandmother, hoping that she would pass them on to my mother, and my mother would pass them on to me. And it was just like, wow, I felt just a connection to everybody in my motherline. Mm-hmm. So it was a good experience. I am Angela Reagan's daughter of Elnora Dupree, Grace Lewis, Edna Reagan's mother of Andre Carter. My mother raised 10 children single-handedly, and her legacy to each of us is unconditional love. I am here because my mother's prayed. Because my mother's prayed, I am here.
Kind of getting reacquainted with the women in my life who made me. Certainly, most of the ones I really cherish are gone now.
Daughter of Viola, granddaughter of Ali Wali of Virginia, and proud mother of Brahim. I come from a line of women, strong, creative, ever forward thinking. Even though my parents separated when I was young, my mother did the very best she could to raise me. She worked hard and taught me never to give up on my dreams. She gave me love and taught me to respect myself and others. I tell the stories of my people. I am here because my mother's prayed. Because my mother's prayed. I am here.
It definitely is life-changing, and I think it's because of where I am right now, especially with my mother passing just last year, and the year hasn't passed yet. My name is Cora Holland. I'm the daughter of Samathy, Maddie, sometimes known as Maddie. I'm also the daughter of Lula Kilgore, that was my mother's mother, who died at the age of 30 and left my mother at the age of 9. I'm also the daughter of Helen, Love and Care. My mother was a sharecropper, her hands and fingers bloody from picking cotton in Tupelo, Mississippi. She moved to Champaign, Illinois alone because she was afraid that her child's fingers would be lopped off for a crime that was never committed. The only crime was being born black. Perseverance, hard work is what you taught me. Be tough. I'm here because my mother's prayed. Because my mother's prayed, I am here.
I love to fly. I used to think I could fly. As a matter of fact, I remember, I think I was about 8, and what I did, I figured that I knew why I never could fly. It's because I never really had the momentum that I needed. And we were in Winn-Dixie grocery store, and I got one of the little buggies because they have like adult buggies and a child buggy. So I got my little child buggy, and what I did, I put it in the middle of the produce section. And what I did, I ran as fast as I could, and then I jumped on the buggy and I just spread my arms out like this. And then what happened, it hit the side of the produce. I can't remember if it was apples or oranges. Either way, I was gone. I flew off, and I was just like this. I was in the air, and I just landed smack. To say all that, I mean, what came out of my mom. Now, obviously, any mother would probably be pissed because she got to take me to the doctor for my own stupidity and ignorance, right? But I mean, she told me, she didn't take me home and give me a beating as I thought I was going to get, but she just told me, she's like, you know, Ingrid, whenever you decide that you want to learn how to fly again, just make sure I'm there to help you. I am Ingrid Childs, daughter of Marion Childs, granddaughter of Emma Epps, bloodline of the Slough Plantation, Newberry, South Carolina. When I was growing up, my mom, she kept my time occupied with school clubs, music, after school programs. Yeah. She wanted me to be too busy for the streets, but she never hesitated to check me if my language suggested that I was better than field press. In school, I was taught that although I was smart, I could not be number one. And although I was not ugly, I could not be pretty. Despite these teachings, I'm the first in my family to graduate from a four-year institution, currently receiving my master's in aerospace engineering. My mother always said, if God be with us, who'll be against us? I'm here because my mother's prayed. Because my mother's prayed, I'm here.
My maternal line, they come from, we come from a long line of service workers. We have clean homes, like my mother and my aunt, and I did it as well. We do a lot of janitorial work, a lot of cleaning, and my mother has always taken a great pride in cleaning. I mean, she loves it, and as far as I can remember, my grandfather had a janitorial service, and the women did the cleaning. How it's always been a source of honor. My mother has always taught us, you know, the best thing you can do, honorable thing you can do is help another person, take care of another person, keep your home clean, make something look nice and clean and shiny. There's pride in that type of work. So I've always felt that, and I've always seen my mother working long hours, you know. I'm Grenita Hall, daughter of Dorothy Hall, Thomasine Brown, Ceola Harper, and Gertrude Curry. The women in my family express love, wisdom, and healing in the form of down-home, Bolton, Mississippi country cooking. My mother could tame a wild beast with her chicken and rice, and my grandmama's dressing with ghibli gravy would make you forget whatever you were sad about. My Aunt Tommy's barbecue fried chicken and sweet potato pie made you want to do a praise dance. The sweat of these women's brow sent me to the University of Illinois in 1990 as a young girl with a full belly and the comfort of knowing I was loved. And again in 2004 as a woman, proud mother of Jalen and Amira Wallace, and performance artist whose message, purpose, and vision commands deference. I am here because my mother's prayed. Because my mother's prayed, I am here.
Do you think that this was a rewarding experience for you as a performer?
Oh, definitely. Having more acting experience is always very beneficial, and it just brought me really closer to people in the community, which I really appreciated.
I am so excited about the spoken word. I love storytelling. This to me was just an extension, of course, and almost I saw Emancipatory Acts as a ministering to somebody's deep down thing that maybe they didn't even know was there. The women who came to the play just applauded, especially our mother lines at the end of the play. You know, I mean, because when you ask somebody to talk about the women that made them, that's a very deep thing, and a lot of women, as I said, have not really thought of it that way. So
I think first thought that comes to my mind is appreciation.